Well, that was the first visit by a Japanese Prime Minister, visit to the headquarters of the Arab League. Of course, we see the recent developments of the regional countries now getting together to address the regional issues.
Okay.
So it makes very sense for Japanese Prime Minister sit and talk with the representative, the Secretary General of the Arab League. They discuss the range of issues of both Sudan, Palestinian issues. At the same time, the implications, effects the war in Ukraine is having in the Arab relations or the global South in general. And what they agreed is that the kind of the usage of the force to change of the status quo is not be permitted, because the past, the prosperity and development of the world depends on the rule-based systems. So for us to continue to enjoy the prosperity and developments,
استكمالا للحديث عن العلاقات المصرية اليابانية، فهي تمتاز بالقوة والمتانة وتقارب الرؤى السياسية والعمل المشترك لتحقيق السلام والاستقرار في منطقة الشرق الأوسط، وتعد من أقوى الرموز التي تدل على قوة الصداقة، وهي دار الأوبرا المصرية أو الهيئة العامة للمركز الثقافي القومي. افتتحت في عام 1988 وتقع في مبناها الجديد الذي شيد بمنحة من الحكومة اليابانية لنظيرتها المصرية بأرض الجزيرة بالقاهرة، وقد بنيت الدار على الطراز الإسلامي. ويعتبر هذا الصرح الثقافي الكبير بديل الأوبرا التي احترقت في عام 1869 التي بناها الخديوي إسماعيل. الأوبرا الخديوية بعد أن ظلت منارة ثقافية لمدة 102 عاماً. افتتحت دار الأوبرا الجديدة رسمياً في عام 1988 تحت اسم المركز الثقافي التعليمي من قبل الجايكا وكالة اليابان للتعاون الدولي، والتي تمنح المشروعات التنموية والصحية والتعليمية. Is Egypt participating at the G7?
well, Egypt itself is not participating, but on behalf of the African Union, the chair country of Comoro is participating. But I would like to emphasize that the Prime Minister being here just prior to the G7 summit, he very much keen to listen to the voices, the
yes.
opinions, the perspectives, so that can be reflected well in the discussion of the G7 and shared by his colleagues. So I'm sure that when he starts steering the course of the G7 discussions, all the issues, the voices, including the food issues, the health issues, education, environment, sustainable developments, all will be reflected on how the G7 countries are going to join forces in collaboration with the global South countries to address these kind of the global challenges.
Excellency, how can we increase the number of Japanese tourists to Egypt?
Well, there is a famous proverb, whoever drinks from the river is bound. So this is I am the evidence, because I was here 40 years ago. I was here learning Arabic. And
Arabic.
So after 40 years, I'm happy to be back here. So enormous progress taking place in this beautiful country. So Japanese, the tourists is looking forward to the visit, because we have a genuine admiration of the Egyptian the society and civilizations, and we love Egyptian, the people. And I'm fond of koshari.
Koshari. So, everybody adores this food.
Well, Well, the opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum will ignite the perhaps the push force the Japanese tourist visit to Japan. But the not limited to Grand Egyptian Museum, you have the Mummy Museum,
and Civilization Museum,
and the Museum Tahrir provide lots of the interesting exhibits. But whenever you visit Luxor, Aswan, Abu Simbel, I've been to Amarna.
تل العمارنة in Minya.
It's a very much unique history.
Very nice.
The Omokombo, lots
the
of
Komombo
beautiful
temple with the double temple of Sobek.
So we need many weeks. We have to make a repeated visit to enjoy the richness of the culture. So I very much like to encourage the Japanese
where you
come.
were impressed from the Egyptian civilization during your journey in Egypt here. وننتقل إلى أشهر أنواع الرياضات، وهي رياضة السومو، وهي أحد أنواع رياضة المصارعة، والتي تركزت على الوزن والحجم والقوة، حيث يقوم مبدأها على دفع الخصم ورميه على الأرض، وهي تعتبر من الرياضات القتالية اليابانية الشبيهة بالكاراتيه. What was the most fascinating place for you during your stay here in Egypt, Excellency?
During my stay here? Well, what I was impressed was the kind of the very warm feeling toward the Japan and by the Egyptians. This has not changed. This is actually Egypt was my first foreign country to visit and stay. At that time, I was feeling very much warmness from the Egyptian people toward the Japanese, the people or the culture. But this time, I feel more stronger the feeling of the welcoming and the friendship and closeness from the Egyptian people. So, well, regardless of the places and wherever I go, wherever I meet, I was very much happy to be with the Egyptian people. So we very much like to value the sense of the respecting each other. And of course, this is a result of the many generations before. So we very much like to be a kind of contributor to continue with this good tradition of the respecting each other, the liking each other.
So from your point of view, what changed during the last years? Because you came here since 40 years ago and you were studying Arabic language. And how far is your Arabic, Excellency?
Well, I need to
practice.
Discover again.
Discover your Arabic.
Unearth the Arabic way it has gone. But
is it Fusha? Fusha, not Ammiya.
درست, So, but the language is kind of the medium of the communication with the Arab, people. So I'm happy to be reconnected with the Egyptian people.
How long was the study here in Egypt?
Last time?
Last time, yes.
I was here 1 year.
Only 1 year?
Yeah, only 1 year. And I moved to next year to Damascus to continue my studies.
So you studied in Damascus, also Arabic language?
Yes, I need to discover my language as well.
So if you are sending a message to our audience and to the Japanese tourists about Egypt in Arabic words, what would you like to say?
Well, أيها الأصدقاء اليابانيين في كثير شيء والآثار التاريخية مثمرة ثمينة لازم علينا وعليكم وعلى اليابانيين كلنا أن زيارة اليابان ليتمتعون وتتمتعون بقيمة هذه الحضارة العريقة الجميلة.
And if we change our message from for the Egyptian people to visit Japan?
Well, of course, the Japan offers the
in Arabic language because they are Egyptian people.
وأصدقائي المصريين الأعزاء طبعا اليابان تقدم إليكم حضارة وثقافة ومجتمع مثير للاهتمام وبالنظر إلى الصداقة قائمة بين الشعبين الياباني والمصري نرحب بزيارة المصريين إلى أي أماكن في اليابان ونرحب بكم ترحيبا حارا.
ترحيبا حارا. Very good, proper Arabic. It's very proper and it's فصحى. It's not عامية. And you can talk in عامية too?
وعامية صعب يعني.
صعب.
Yeah.
But I think you got some words during your stay here.
نعم.
كم كلمة؟
كم كلمة؟
Yes.
عايز ايه؟ بتعمل ايه؟
بتعملي ايه؟
اسمك ايه؟ صديقي.
Also we have a lot of students they would like to learn and know more about the Japanese language here in Egypt. Yes. I think we have in Cairo University, in many universities we have the Japanese language.
Yes. Fortunately we have now the 7 universities teaching Japanese languages, as you said, Cairo, Ain Shams,
right.
And also Bethha, and private university like Canadian Ahram or Misl, the University of Science and Technologies, and Aegis is also teaching Japanese languages. And also we have a Japan Foundation offering courses.
They offer courses,
and
right.
the embassy here, we regularly present Japanese films. So whoever wishes to touch upon the Japanese culture, the experience, and you are very much welcome to the Japanese embassy for the movie nights.
ولابد أن نتوقف عند أهم أوجه التعاون بين البلدين وهو مجال القوى الناعمة. فنعود إلى مسلسل أوشين والذي دخل مصر ضمن الدعم الذي كانت تقدمه اليابان لمصر في هذا الوقت منذ أكثر من 40 عاماً تقريباً، والذي أذيع لأول مرة في عام 1983 كمسلسل درامي عائلي. We have a lot of cooperation in many fields. Do we have also a cooperation in the field of drama and cinema?
Well, for instance, the last year's Cairo International Film Festival, the main judge, there are the 7 or 8 the international judges for the assessing the foreign films. The presiding judge was a Japanese film producer. I think that is kind of the symbol of the evaluation, of the appreciation by the Egyptian people about Japanese films. Of course, I recognize there is a need for me to work more to introduce Japanese films to the Egyptian people. So,
cinema is more near to the heart or drama?
Well. Well,
or Japanese songs, maybe.
Well, Japanese songs, the drama. We have a very tradition of the tea.
Yes.
These tea ceremonies, although it looks ritual, but each and every movement reflects a kind of the.
I tried it several times.
And thank you. And also Japanese flower arrangement. Again, ikebana is not only select beautiful flowers. We even pick up some flowers, some kind of withering on the street, but still we put it in a way so that it can appeal to the people, their lives, the good time, but at the same time certain, So the flower ceremonies, and the tea ceremonies, and of course the movies and the dramas.
I think you were joining us during Ramadan here in Egypt. Your impression about Ramadan and our Egyptian food, is it similar to the Japanese food? I think it's far away.
Well, much the energetic, full of energy and the voices and people are cheerful. So there is something in common that in a different way, but the Egyptian and the Japanese they enjoy the festivities. So this is something that we discuss. I just touched on not only tea or the flowers, but we have a martial art, the judo.
Judo,
karate.
Yes. The sports,
Yeah, sports. And then we are very happy that in the Tokyo Olympic, the Egyptian the karate player got the first gold medal in the Olympic. And of course you have a iconic judo player Rashwan. He's so famous among Japanese. When we talk about the Egyptian Japanese, everyone Egyptian the judo players, every Japanese knows Rashwan. So we are happy to even speak to the Mr. Rashwan, the Captain Rashwan, and shake hands with him.
It's a pleasure for us, Excellency. Please, when we are talking about Japanese culture and our history, all of us have the memories of Oshin. It was the drama. It was very popular in Egypt here.
Yes. Well, again, we very much like to introduce these Japanese films to the Egyptian audiences. And also the theme of Oshin, although in a very much challenging environment, Oshin, the female character, they make efforts on her own, and the efforts.
It was very nice.
Very nice stories. So in a different, perhaps the way we let us introduce the movies. But it seems that the animation is more popular among the Egyptian people.
Now it's
Oshin is a very much
a very old one, but all of us have it in memory.
Yeah. So okay, we're happy to hear Oshin from the Egyptian people. This is a kind of cultural bond, but at the same time, we very much like to introduce the animation as well. This is a kind of entry point for the Egyptians to get interested in Japanese culture and people.
Excellency, really it's a pleasure to have you with us, and really I'm asking about the future plans for our corporation, what you are expecting.
Well, as a government to government level, now we designate ourselves as strategic partners. So there is the more frequent policy consultations and the visits at the business levels, as the Japanese investors are very much keen to make an investment. Actually, Japanese investment in Egypt last year was doubled over the previous year. So we very much like to support and facilitate further investment from Japan to Egypt. On the popular levels or tourists, we very much like to support Japanese tourists coming to Egypt, but at the same time invite more Egyptian people are coming to enjoy sushi and tempura and enjoy the lots of
your handcrafts. It's very, very popular in Japan and here in Egypt.
So at all the levels, the government levels, the business levels, and the culture and popular levels, I'm convinced that there's going to be a very much strengthened the move forward between the two countries. Perhaps 50 years or 100 years to come, our friendship is going to be cemented stronger and stronger.
لابد أن نشير إلى الموسيقى اليابانية التقليدية، والذي يضفي عليها زجاج بريقا جديدا. اكتسبت اليابان آلات موسيقية يابانية قديمة جديدة بعد أن قررت إحدى الفرق صنع آلاتها من الزجاج بدلا من الخشب التقليدي. وتلعب الطبول وآلة الفلوت دورا رئيسيا في الموسيقى التقليدية اليابانية، وأبرزها آلة توزمي وهي طبلة تشبه الساعة الرملية. which places were the most close to your heart here in Egypt? Komombo Temple or Aswan or Luxor or the Egyptian Museum or where? Islamic mosques did you visit?
Well, perhaps two places.
Yes.
The one place is I'm commuting from my residence in Garden City to Maadi, and I pass by the Corniche. And particularly during the sunset time, I return from the embassy Maadi to my residence in the Garden City.
Garden City, yes.
The sun setting on the Nile River.
Okay.
Is so beautiful. The red sun is, thinking this is very much stays in my memory. And then the mosque, Tulun Mosque.
Ibn Tulun, yes, and the Geyer Anderson Museum.
It's kind of the calmness, which
it's a Samarra. It's Samarra architecture from Iraq.
Yes, it's very much. 40 years ago, I liked being there.
Okay.
This time with my wife. The first place I brought my wife.
It's a very special mosque.
Ibn Tulun Mosque. Very historical, but at the same time make you feel very much think of yourself.
Ibn Tulun Mosque.
It's a beautiful place.
Thank you so much for your time, Excellency. If you want to greet our audience in Arabic language, what would you like to tell them?
وأنا سعيد جدا للعودة إلى مصر والمقابلة معكم المصريين الأصدقاء بعد 40 سنة. وأنا على يقين أن الصداقة بين اليابان ومصر واليابانيين والمصريين يستمران ويستمر إلى الأبد وإلى السنوات الطويلة القادمة. وأعتمد إلى مساعدتكم ودعمكم لنجر وندفع أجرة الصداقة إلى الأمام.
جسور ممتدة بين مصر واليابان.